welcome back. I'm Julie and I'm here to do my reaction video for episode 6 of season 1 of Killing Eve. This time the title of the episode is Take Me to the Hole, and I'm excited to continue watching. I might be able to do a reaction video for the 3 remaining episodes for Killing Eve today, meaning that you will get all 3 reactions this week. In case you want to watch the full uncut reaction video for this episode and the previous 5 episodes, you can do that by going to Patreon. Link is in the description down below. That way you not only get exclusive access to uncut reactions, but you also get early access for some other shows, blooper reactions, and most importantly, you get to support the channel that way so I can continue doing more reaction videos for more shows. So yes, I am excited to watch this new episode. Episode 5 was really good, like really good, and I am just intrigued by the character that is Villanelle. Even though I'm probably not pronouncing her name right, but I'm still excited because it's such a fascinating character. I don't think we have seen anything like her for a long time. I mean, we have crazy characters, but it's interesting to see this character on TV. Eve, played by Sandra Oh, is a really good character that I am, you know, for me feels like the death of Bill is what has drove her to be a lot more active in the case and try to find her, kill her and all that. But I want to know more. I want to know more. Why was she so intrigued by this killer? How she came out with the idea? Like, it's a really intriguing character as well, and I cannot wait to explore more about her in this remaining 3 episodes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. One thing that I'm glad is that this show only has 8 episodes, which not only makes me react to it faster, but also makes the story go faster than if you have a 23 episode series. Like, I think between 8, 10, and 13 episodes, all shows should have those episodes, so the stories don't get dragged along and you don't get filler episodes that is just boring, you know, for the audience. At least for me, when shows have too many episodes, it's just it gets to a point where it's just too tedious to watch, especially when I'm watching episodes weekly. That is what I mean, because when I'm watching, like, for my reactions for shows that have already been done and have a lot of seasons and a lot of episodes, it's okay because I can watch them whenever I want. I don't need to, like, have breaks or anything. So there might be filler episodes, but I can jump into the next one without any problem. So it's different, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Give it a thumbs up if you love Killing Eve. Subscribe for more, comment in the comment section down below, and that's about it. Let's just begin with episode 6 of season 1 of Killing Eve.
Don't feel with that. You're here because you stole some hats.
Wow. I am dangerous.
They were controversial hats. When you're inside.
She really doesn't like this place. And she was here before, so she's on her way to kill Nadia. The blood that drops on the title, is it always on the K? I sure that I thought it was on the V last time. Or what?
Oh dear.
She repeats. Oh my gosh, she repeated the "oh dear" that Constantine said to her. I will be screaming if I was locking on a place like that. I'm getting just claustrophobic about thinking about this place. Nowhere to escape.
Could it be Oksana?
No, we don't.
Worth a ton. All of us?
They don't want to go.
I'll let you guys go on. Go on.
In case you need anything from the
That would
base.
get in the way. No thanks.
Just you and me then.
Have to die before you complete this level.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually the
Why are you
truth.
so angry? I'm not angry. I'm scared. I don't want to wake up to your face on one of those.
That is a fair...
I think you're sniffing at a psycho.
Oh, no, you went too far. For making this about that. No, dude. No, I mean, I can go behind him, you know, until the part where he was like, I wanna know that you are going to get out of this alive. I want you to be safe because this crazy person who is a psychopath came into our house and threatened you and could have killed you. And I don't want to wake up with a, you know, a newspaper with your face on it because you got killed. Up until that point, I support him. But then when he makes it about her being horny or like being into it because she gets something out of it because she likes her in more of a personal way, that is really shitty because it's not what is happening. You might have said on the previous episode that there was some sexual tension, and I do believe that Villanelle, Oksana, whatever you want to call her, is obsessed with her, and as the person she is, she's never able to express her feelings in a correct way, and that is what she's doing. But Eve didn't consent to anything that it was happening. It's not about her having a crush on the psychopath that is behind her. Okay, so he's way out of line. Now, violence never gets anywhere. And I get that she's upset. Violence doesn't get anywhere, but it's not about that. It's not about that. So he thought what? That after she ranted and screamed, she was gonna be okay with what he said and just
alive in this country.
not follow the case?
You did a very English expression. No, I said. Okay, I just thought it was a very well-known expression.
Does she know for what?
That's rather good.
Sounds a really intriguing character. Always so calm. Thank you.
Turns out I am rather good at that.
Isn't it also interesting that people say, you know, that criminals and cops share some traits? No, that's not the word. Traits. Like they're similar in some aspects when they do like psychological tests. There's a line that one could cross, a cop will cross and become a criminal, and a criminal could have chosen a different life. And I don't remember her name, but Eve's friend, boss, she kind of is similar, right? She's really disconnected with feelings due to her job and the sacrifices that she has been able to make and all that. And Eve is kind of like entering that same passage, going through the same journey as well. And that is really interesting, you know? Not that she's a psychopath, but I mean, in order to understand one, you kind of have to get into that mindset as well.
Associate Konstantin Vasilyev.
Wait, what?
Konstantin.
Eve Blastry.
And look at you. I wish I wore my lipstick too now.
Hello, you old ass.
They know each other. They know each other, so it is a government. Wait, no. I feel like I'm missing, like... So they do work for the same people.
Okay.
Technically.
What is so special about Eve?
Ooh, you should ask Villanelle about
The
that.
house and attacked me.
Konstantin is surprised. They both know more than they are telling them. It's like they hold half of the truth. You know, both of them.
Fled.
I'll pick you up tomorrow then.
She wants to do something else? Feel like she also knows more than she's letting on. She gonna be able to see them? No, of course. Oh. Oh! How amazing is that? That they cross paths. They are not able to see each other. Ew!
Do you speak English?
Okay. I need to see that!
I've done this before. Oh, yes. Why are you here?
I want to see this. Making me nauseous.
No, but Oksana, you need to find...
Him. She can't talk now. Tell me you catch that, Eve.
The sound is not working in there. Please, carry on.
No, she's not gonna talk. Please.
Okay, he's with us.
Please, Eve, no. But she meant to.
What do we need to find? Tell us.
She's not gonna talk.
Agile.
How are your sex escapade has anything to do what? To this?
He's never forgiven me.
So she's gonna say the
What's your
record.
source? Constantine.
Oh
I
wow.
believed it wasn't planned.
Oh shit. Shit.
No.
Why? Oh my god. Oh shit. Wow. Oh Jesus Christ. There are 2 guards in this entire prison? Will she be able to do it? I feel bad for Nadia. Let's not forget she's also an assassin, right? Oh, she's gonna wait for her.
Wants to help you too. She was asking about you.
Who?
Eve, say it.
Was it an Asian woman with amazing hair? Just here for you.
Oh
Maybe
shit.
we should hang you.
Oh, she got it out. I wonder what she wrote. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kenny.
What did she wrote though? I just don't get her. So complicated, but I love the character. What is it? Why are they keeping me in the dark?
Успокоительные средства.
Oh shit, what?
Okay.
So he wasn't trying to get her out? Shit. Okay guys, that was the end of episode 6 of season 1 of Killing Eve. Okay. This was a really interesting episode. We still get Villanelle copying phrases and social behaviors from other people. I think we have had this in pretty much every episode. This episode was the "Oh dear" that we hear at the end of the episode by Constantine. One of the things that I believe is that even though Villanelle is, you know, one of the top assassins and all of this, she is wrong when she believes that she's free. She might be a little bit more reckless than the others, get away with some things because she's so good at her job, that they allowed her to be herself when she's not working, or she feels like she has that freedom. I don't believe that she's free like she claims to be. And I think that is proven by the end of the episode where she is left in that place when that wasn't the deal, when she was supposed to get an extraction from that place. We'll see how that is gonna go. I don't know if she will, if Konstantin had a plan and he will get her out eventually. We'll see, I guess. I honestly did feel bad about Nadia in this episode because she was, you know, she was trying to get out. Now, I believe that I just watched yesterday the pilot episode for Nikita, and it kind of is like this. I feel like it's the same premise, not with the psychopath thing added to it, but you know, they are taking young girls out of prison, young people, because there was a guy as well on Nikita. They're taking them out of prison to transform them into assassins, to work for a branch of the government that is not, you know, it's not a public one, but it's a branch of that handles situations like the ones that Eve is handling. Now, of course, I'm not saying that it's the same thing. I'm not trying to compare the shows, but I'd just rather point out the similarities of it. And from the first episode, I think that Villanelle, you know, well, who is doing this, who truly is doing this, is a branch of the government. Now, it's called the 12. It can easily be the 12 most powerful people in each country. Like one person from each country could be presidents, could be someone a little bit lower on the presidential thing. I don't know how to call it, but I believe that they are the ones who control this to gain their, to eliminate threats for them. So that is what they're doing. Konstantin is a part of it, and they are infiltrated everywhere. And kind of, if you want to think about it, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is also about spies, and it kind of makes you think about this, minus the psychopath. And of course, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is more about protecting people, but there were people infiltrated with them, you know, Hydra, who, you know, want to do all the crazy things that they do and all that. But you know what I mean? It's what I'm trying to say is that it's an agency that works on the government's behalf, but they are not necessarily the government, you know. It's just someone that they hire to do their work. I don't even know if Konstantin knows who the 12 are, who this organization, who's behind this organization. I believe that maybe they also have something on him, and that's why he continues to work. And everyone in every single level, they feel like they are better than the previous one, or that they are the last step, and that they are really connected, and that they know everything when they actually don't, you know. So we know that in this episode by Nadia, that she said she was the one who was supposed to be Villanelle, that she was supposed to be taken out of prison, cover up by saying that she committed suicide and be trained to be a killer and all of that. Somehow she got involved with it again, and she really wanted out, you know. And that is a difference between Nadia and Villanelle. Villanelle feels like she is okay with what is happening. Like, she is not someone who feels remorse by the things that she's doing. Even someone who can express love towards her, she doesn't believe, she doesn't have a problem with killing that person, because she doesn't necessarily reciprocate that love. Now, how can you fall in love with a psychopath? They can be charming. Like, for instance, if you ask me about Villanelle, I will be terrifying if I will be standing in front of them knowing everything that I know. But if you don't know, she comes off as charming because she's beautiful. She is, you know, she tends to say the right things because she tries to read you, and you know, they are often charming, you know, psychopaths are charming people. Yeah, and what makes her so unique and so good at what she does is the fact that she doesn't involve her feelings, rather because maybe or I'm 100%, I am 100% sure that she doesn't really know what that is. She doesn't know how to express her feelings, her moods, and all of that. But I also don't believe that she is like, she's not a serial killer. Serial killers tend to kill for a specific reason, to feel something inside of them that makes them not whole, and by killing they find themselves some type of, I'm not gonna say peace, but some release by what they are doing. Villanelle, in this other case, she just, for me, she's intrigued about death in general, and since she doesn't feel remorse by doing it, she said, you know, it's like any other job, you know, someone else could do it and make this much money, and you know, she seems like any other person who will like money, and she doesn't have a problem with it, so she goes with that. It's not like she needs to kill. She kills only when she has a target, you know. So yeah, now for instance, her obsession with Eve is something that has caught her, I feel, by surprise, and of course, knowing, being the person that she is, she's handling it the wrong way, and she's letting herself being caught, because she's also brilliant. If she didn't want to be caught, you wouldn't caught her. You know, she has given everything to Eve for her to be able to find her and try to take her down. But you know, like I said, she doesn't really like necessarily knows what is it she's feeling, because she refers to her, oh, is it an Asian girl with a really amazing hair? And maybe she has this thing, because when she was drawing and the therapist showed her a drawing, it was someone without a face but with a beautiful hair. Maybe it reminds her of something, and since Eve has this beautiful black hair, that is what she's drawn to her. But it's just fascinating. It's always a pleasure to see Villanelle, Oksana. I think Oksana, I pronounce Oksana better than I pronounce Villanelle. But anyways, it's always intriguing and a pleasure, and it's always amazing because you can keep peeling that character, and more shit is gonna come out. Like, it's truly fantastic the way that she goes on, you know, how the actress is able to portray all of this. So yeah, it's really interesting. Now, Eve, on the other hand, she says something that I wasn't expecting for her to say, which was that she thinks that maybe these girls want out. I don't know if that is her desire, or if she was just talking about Nadia specifically, and that's the way he wanted to get to the guy. But that doesn't mean she necessarily feels that way towards Oksana, towards Villanelle. But the thing is also is that what I don't like is the fact that the husband pointed out that she might have something for this killer, and later you could say that she feels bad for her, but I don't see anything romantic from Eve towards Villanelle, other than general curiosity. And maybe, I don't know, but I don't feel like I could ship them because they're beautiful women, and because why not? But in terms of the episode, like, I do feel that Villanelle is obsessed with her. Not necessarily that's a good thing, you know, to bring into a relationship, because of the way she is, and because she is a psychopath. And with Eve, I don't know if it's her love for the case, the intrigue that she had before, and her passion to avenge Bill, that is kind of blurring with the fact that this assassin is attractive. I honestly don't want to say that, because I don't feel like she, like, if you want to point out, it's Villanelle who has attraction towards Eve, but I don't feel it the same way. Under different circumstances, maybe you could have said, yes, she could have a crush on her, but knowing everything that she knows, doing everything that she does, and what happened with Bill, how can I, honestly, I don't see, it's a wonderful dynamic between both of them, and that tends to happen with killers and, you know, and the cops or the investigators that they are seeing. It tends to blur, and they have this fucked up relationship where, you know, the killer does or kills someone, but does it so specifically for the guy to know that they are them, and they believe that they are little gifts that they give to the cops, so they develop some sort of relationship that is for sure nothing like nothing healthy at all, and ultimately it leads to the cop or the investigator or detective to, I don't know, to his feelings to blend or to blur and not to be clear about why he's doing what he's doing. So of course it's interesting that we get to see this with two women, because I don't remember having this type of dynamic. For instance, on The Fall, it's Gillian Anderson and the guy from 50 Shades. So it's a guy and a girl. It's usually, for instance, Hannibal. It's a guy, it's, you know, both are, you know, Hannibal's a dude and the other one, and I haven't finished Hannibal, but that's something that I can relate to, you know. He is a serial killer, right? He was a serial killer? No, he's a cannibal. But the thing is, and what I'm trying to get, is that their lines blur at the same time for both of them. They end up having some sort of weird feelings for each other that you don't necessarily could call it love other than obsession from both parts, you know. Because if the psychopath is not able to distinguish, and in this case Villanelle is not able to process how bad it is to kill someone, how can she know what it feels to love? You know, it's different feelings, yes, and one can exist without the other, but it's kind of complicated, you know, at the same time. So yeah. Now it's really interesting as well that in the previous episode Villanelle said maybe we work for the same people, and technically I feel like they do, and that is more reasons to believe that, you know, it's the government or several governments doing what they are doing to eliminate people that present a threat to them. So for instance, right now it feels like the UK and Russia are involved. Maybe we will know about more cases in other parts of the world. But it's interesting to know that I also like how in this episode Eve's boss, that I don't, Caroline, how involved she might be without knowing, and how this comes from, like, also you have to understand that this comes from many years ago, maybe previous to Villanelle, you know. And it's interesting because Constantine has been there all along, and does she knows more? Because I sometimes feel like she doesn't let Eve know everything, because since she wants a fresh point of view, she wants to know if Eve will get to the same conclusions that she got. Now that could be it. The other thing could be like she doesn't know, or not knowingly she's involved as well, which will be crazy to believe. Or maybe they just want to know if they are making mistakes. How crazy will it be, like the 12 want to know if they are making mistakes and if they could be caught, and that is why they are doing this investigation involving Eve. Now, last thing, Eve's husband. I was like, okay, yes, he's concerned about her, and then it was about her having a crush on him, and I was like, oh, this is not really you taking care of your wife, but it was rather taking care of your ego and your jealousy, and you're just jealous of it. And like it felt like it lost its punch when you said, when he started saying like maybe you have a thing for the killer, and like it lost everything that he said prior to that. So that was really shitty. But anyways, I'm not gonna continue rambling, even though I already did. And I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and what I do and what I say and all the crazy things. And I hope that you guys continue supporting by giving it a lot of thumbs up, comment, subscribing, maybe helping out on Patreon if you want uncut reactions for this episode and for many others. And yeah, that will be it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And right now I'm gonna watch episode 7. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.